And we also, as an open community, we also try to innovate ways to manage this core. Personally, I have been to many similar cores. We find one of the difficulty is very difficult to find collaborators outside your immediate network. Therefore, we have created these GitHub discussions. It's like a discussion board where we provide a platform that you can find collaborators. You can also ask questions. Of course, we have a Q&A session, but after this webinar, you can ask questions over there openly. We encourage open questions because this will be encourage transparency, and also it benefits the whole community rather than replying to you privately, unless it's about something very personal and confidential. Of course, you can write to us. But if it's something generic about the core, about criteria, we encourage you to ask questions openly on our GitHub discussions so that everybody will be able to see and we can maintain our transparency. And it's also a place where you can share your ideas, your recent works. So we will go through that later briefly. And we have organized the discussion by categories, by this core, this round one core, and also a community. Currently, there's two categories under each with a pink thread. And because this is a TRC project, so we created labels starting with the tag TRC, so that you can tag your when you create a new discussion, you can tag your topic, whether it is about healthcare, or it's about materials, or it's about responsible AI, and tag your, so that will help us to find relevant topics and projects more easily. And through this forum, we want to provide matchmaking opportunities. And of course, later on at the workshop, we provide further in-person opportunities. And you can ask questions on the discussion board and share your ideas. We will go through this discussion board later on. And maybe I'll go through it now. Let me see. Yeah, it's over here. So this is a discussion board where it is fully open. That means you don't need an account to read this discussion board. But in order to, if you want to post, you do need an account, and also follow our community guidelines, right? So that there will be certain rules you need to follow. And there are four basically forums. This is announcement that's official. Only the leadership team will be able to post. So this is only for announcement, not for you to post, but for you to read. And on the communities, we have a community showcase where you can share your work, your papers, your demos, your software over here by creating new discussion. You can share your ideas or your suggestions, right? So we welcome, we're very open community. If you have any ideas you want to suggest to us openly, we welcome you to suggest over here. Then other committee members can follow up, can give you a sum up, can bump you up. It's more interactive in this way than emails. And under the round one, later on when we have the project, we will have funded projects under this forum. But currently, the most relevant one may be this one, matchmaking and questions. I have a pinned post over here, which you can follow up with. We have guidelines. You may guess, yeah, with the help of GPT, can help me to just to guide you through, like in what case, right? You may want to post in this thread, something very early stage, very quick, or you may want to start a new thread yourself. If you want to call for collaborators, form a team, asking for help to get industry partners and so on. Please post here, right? So then we will be able to help you, and many other committee members maybe help you, because we believe there are needs from both sides, from academia and from industry. So here we want to provide a forum so that we can find each other and match our needs. If you want to create a new post, you just click a new discussion and start discussion, and you can type here basically you use Markdown. Right? If you're not familiar, you can always ask AI to help you to write something in Word doc and ask them to convert Markdown and you paste over here. So it's quite powerful now, right? You can also write directly with rich format over here. So that is about this. In the future, our OMAIB effort will be under this repo I just created. So this is something I really encourage you to explore and to fully leverage. So through the registration form, I have get some questions. We get about 20 questions from the registration form. I will briefly answer some of the questions. The first one is whether the same PI can submit multiple proposals. I know typically this is not allowed, but here we will not set a hard rule, right? So we focus on our criteria. If a PI is able to submit more than one very strong proposals, satisfy all the requirements and better than the other proposals, we will not just support one, but just because it's from the same PI. We more look at our objective, whether this is strong in those criteria and helping us to achieve objective. Therefore, yes, if you are confident you can put up more than one proposals, we welcome that. We welcome strong committee members who can put up strong proposals, more than one. That's the first question about number of PI. And we understand some of people who are not in the UK have signed up the webinar and expressed interest. This is an open network, and as many other open projects, we do not set a boundary on geographical location or nationalities for people to participate in this effort. Therefore, we welcome non-UK researchers to participate. The only difference is that receive funding is not possible if you are not in the UK and if you're not satisfying the eligibility criteria set by EPSRC. But this does not prevent you from participating. You can still contribute ideas, commit to open source projects, and work together to build data sets. That's very welcoming. And also one question asked about visiting researchers, right? Visiting researchers, it really depends on what kind of support you get from the university, right? So therefore, for visiting researchers, if your visiting duration cover the whole proposal project period duration for PI, right? So if you are non-PI, typically it's more flexible, right? Even if it's just an overlapping period, I think it can be possible. But the best person to talk to is to talk to your research officers in your school or department or institution. And another question about PhD students. We very welcome PhD students to participate, right? Like I said, for non-funded participation, there's no limit as long as you follow our general ethics and the code of conduct. That's not the issue. And if you want to receive some funding to support you, I think a feasible route will be more like work part-time rather than full-time, right? So I think you can work part-time to contribute to that, to receive some funding, of course, up to the PI. That is a feasible route, right? So you can choose basically two pathways. If you're not looking for salary, then it's totally free and up to the PI and up to the team. But if you want to receive some salary, then you can discuss with the PI whether you want a fully funded one, full-time or part-time. It really depends on the PI. But this is feasible. And we are going to, this is the first call, and we will launch 2 more calls next year. Therefore, even if you are not ready this year, or if you are not successful this year in either UI stage or full application stage, you will have opportunities to build a stronger proposal for your submission next year. We have 2 rounds of opportunity next year. And our forum also and our workshops also provide opportunities for you to strengthen your network, your proposal, and eventually your success. And personally, I grew from an ECR. And I believe this kind of requirement is beneficial in encouraging you to build your network with industry, with end users, so that we can ground our research more on practical needs. And now you can share your questions through Zoom Q&A. I believe I have covered most of the questions put in through the registration form. And we encourage you to use our GitHub discussion board and visit, for those who are not on social media, you can check out our website regularly. And for those who are on social media, particularly on LinkedIn, please follow our LinkedIn, and that will be our primary public communication channel. Of course, we will also send emails for important announcements.